Ooh, la, la, la. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're back and happier today off the back of that win against Doncaster Rovers. Tonight we have a full house of your core block 9 crew. Carl is back with us. So we got Gavin, Andy and Carl. Gavin, how are you feeling? You had an enjoyable session at Home Park today.
Yeah, very. Yeah. A voodoo style lunch.
Liquid.
A couple of bottles of Malbec and a couple of Guinnesses, followed by a watch of my cousin's band in the Green Taverner suite with a couple more Guinnesses. A jump on the public transport home just to keep the economy, keep the environment nice and safe. In the door, quick snack and a cup of tea. And there I am with you, just in time. No politics, voodoo. No politics.
I did see you go home on your barrel bike, Gav.
If only, mate. If only I had a barrel bike at my disposal, I'd have jumped on the bugger. Unfortunately,
they probably rusted in place. The amount they get used.
It was 34 bust for your information.
There we go. And Andy, how are you feeling? You had a good start to the day. You were up on the moors having a stroll, getting some fresh air, and that looked like that did the trick all day today.
Yeah, mate. 7:30 start. Fantastic. Just been out on the moors with the dog. Yeah, fantastic. Game wasn't too good, though, was it? But we got 3 points. I met Carl and Nick's in the pub beforehand. So good evening, Nick, if you're watching. And Carl, I know you're here, mate. Yeah, really good. I'm feeling okay.
Good. And Carl, how are you feeling? You were at the Tamerton game this morning. No spoilers, but yeah, they lost. But yeah, obviously, this Argyle made up for it in the end. More evening, Sophia.
Yes, well, thank you for having her this morning. Obviously, that was much obliged because you just can't stick watching football, especially when it's up there and it's nice and cold. Okay, go away from these 6-7s. Yeah, so wasn't the greatest of starts with the Tamerton lads, but they failed at the same hurdle they did last season in the semis. But it was a close game. There wasn't a lot in it, to be honest. But yeah, we won with the same scoreline today. So yeah, it's it was quite happy that we got the result today, and nice we didn't fall like we did a few months ago in the same performances. We wouldn't have got the same result. So we've overcome a hurdle there. So good.
Yeah, good. Let me just read out a few comments before I get us going properly. Michael Hawkes, brilliant result for Argyle, much needed win. Everyone, hope you're well. Yeah, and Reading came to win 3-2 after being 1-0 up, I think, and then 2-1 behind at one stage. So still not in the playoffs though, Mike. It must be frustrating because you've done got some good results recently. VW Coco's in. He said, "Good evening. Better second half and defending. Spicy Wedges is in as well. Evening all." Graham Byrne, possibly the worst first half I've ever seen. We've seen quite a few, to be fair, this season, sadly, haven't we? Voodoo is in. No politics tonight, please. And Voodoo, no moaning or trying to complain about Cleverly in any way, shape, or form.
or no Derek Adams stuff.
No Derek Adams references.
And just to check in, how's that ankle healing getting on as well? Let us know. Pie, we were rubbish first half. We were lucky to go into the break of 1-1. Argo 83, Matt says, "Evening, not being well, but Argo winning is always nice." Yeah, it's good to see you in, Matt. Notice you've been quiet this week in the chat. So just a shout out to that. Actually, if you want to join our WhatsApp group, then give us a shout. Drop one of us a note on one of our socials, and we can get you in. There's quite a few of us in there now. It is invite only, just to obviously keep it sensible. But if you want to join that and discuss even more things Argyle, you can. Billy Wilson, Neil, that's not an account I recognise. So evening and welcome to the show. Up the Argyle. Promotion is well and truly on. Brian, all the way over from Boston, Massachusetts, is in with us tonight as well. Evening all, we grinded, I think he meant to say, but griddled out a great win. Come on, you Greens. Are you barbecuing in amongst all that snow over there, Brian? Locks 9 as well is in. Good win, needed that after losing one game. Adam Sussex, I really hope Joe doesn't have to continue in midfield. Yeah, wouldn't disagree. Look lost in there. Back for Mala Curtis and Bim. Good games. Malachi Boateng was my man of the match, actually. Spicy Wedges says, back from that there, Lincolnshire, great win up the Argyle just about. Baz and the Cloud, even and all, just thawed out, but a great result. Rubbish first half, but better second. Isn't that the story of our season? We've also got Larry from Plymouth, Massachusetts as well, dialing in, 2 of them across the pond. Good evening, gents. He says, happy for the win. Better second half as well. And Larry is one of our subscribers as well as Baz is on the YouTube. You can find out about that if you go to our channel and hit the subscribe, and you can make a donation to support the show each month. Check that out. What else have we got? Andrew Teason as well. Good job. They were poor. Debbie Firth, evening, guys. Evening to you. And my favourite one that I like to read out the tag, Rambo's Nose, says, sometimes you've just got to grind out a result when things aren't going well. So, right, let me kick us off then with the intro. So, today's game felt like a perfect snapshot of Argyle's season. A squad still short of key, experienced players. A first half that yet again had players shuffling out of their usual positions, looking uncertain, distracted, and lacking control. Argyle struggled to get any kind of foothold in the game and were punished early when Doncaster scored with their first attempt at goal. And what a strike it was, to be fair. Then just when we were expecting a chorus of boos at half-time, up stepped Argyle's informed goal scorer, Bim Pepple, to fire home late on and send the Greens into the break level. The second half was a different story, much like our season on a good side. Argyle came out flying, immediately piling on the pressure, and were rewarded with a handball and a penalty. And with regular taker Lawrence Talai still out injured, Ronan Curtis stepped up only to see his effort saved and then maybe a little too casually failing to turn in the rebound. For me, the key moment, though, came when Herbie Kane came on for Wes Harding. That allowed Joe Edwards to move back into his favoured right-back position, while Kane brought composure and control into the midfield. Suddenly, Argyle looked more settled, more balanced, and more like themselves. That pressure eventually told when Kane delivered a dangerous free kick into the box, and with finding its way straight into the far corner to the confused Doncaster keeper. Argyle were then 2-1 up. So, from another dreadful start, something that has been far too common this season, Argyle turned it into a reminder of what they can do when the right players are in the right positions on that pitch. The win lifts Argyle up to 10th, and they are now just 3 points away from mathematical safety. Doesn't that sound exciting, finally? Gav, yeah, go on, you go. Give us your synopsis of that game. It was probably one of the worst first halves, but equally, we got our heads together in the second.
Yeah, I think I tweeted at halftime something along the lines of, we are dog excrement. I won't use the exact word I used. But with a bit of intense press, we should win this easy. And I don't say it quite ended that way, but we did win it. And I don't think they were particularly threatening in the second half. The formation was interesting. I think that's probably the right way of putting it. Thought the back four looked a good back four. And first half, we were a bit sloppy. I thought Mackenzie took a bit of a while to get into the game, but once he warmed up, he was okay. Great. I actually thought Wes Harding was one of the better players on the pitch in the first half. And then early in the second half, he obviously, for whatever reason, has a tight groin and wanders off. That was a baffling decision for me at the time. I didn't know he was injured, to take him off, because I thought he had a really good game at right back. The midfield was like cling film, I think. It's the only way I can describe it. In the first half, it was just, was it there? Was it not there? We could see right through it, but maybe touch it, maybe not. I'm not sure. Malachi Boateng needs to play with a proper midfielder, because if he doesn't, then unfortunately, he doesn't look that great. I thought Matti Saranola had his worst half of football for the football club. That is a low bar. Curtis looked a bit lost out wide, and we should have started with Aseni and Pepple, in my humble opinion. And I thought Watts had his probably worst game, worst half of football. Sadly. Probably worst game, actually, apart from flick on of the header. He did nothing else in the whole game apart from run really fast but not go very fast, if that makes sense. It was like watching something out of Wile E. Coyote. The legs were going, but the distance covered was minimal. So I went in half time. As I walked down the stairs back to my table, I said something along the lines of, that was the biggest shithouse escape of a half I've ever seen. And we were dreadful. And, you know, apart from one piece of a good cross from Wes Harding, a flick on and Pepple in the right place, we were awful. Although Pepple should have scored probably about 90 seconds later, and instead of hooking it into the near post, if he'd gone back on himself across with his left foot, he would have got us 2 up, and that would have been the end of that. But I thought, sorry, just to break my stride, I thought Voodoo said no.
Yeah, correct.
There he is.
Yeah, no politics, Mr.
Doesn't
Voodoo.
last, does it? Doesn't last.
Seeing that we're the Iran under the mullahs. Anyway, there we are. So first half was awful. Second half was better, but I think we were still probably only 6.5 out of 10. I think my now favourite character of Argyle for some time, Alex Mitchell, who came on the stage in hospitality afterwards, hit the nail on the head and said, God, that was awful. I don't know if it was worse playing in it or watching it. That's what he said as he walked on the stage from being man of the match.
Just quickly on that bit, Gavin. In the first half, early on before their goal, he was actually shouting, "Come on, raise the tempo for the other Argyle players," and it seemed to have the effect of Doncaster.
The ball speed was awful. We didn't play through the midfield. When we went up top, Pepple kind of won the ball and then was robbed. I can't remember us winning a second ball in the first half at all. It was pitiful. To be honest, and you know, luckily Tom and the players, blah blah blah, said it says something how bad a game of football was. At the most appealing part of Mitchell's chat afterwards was to Gaz, listen, I don't mean to be rude, but can we get on with this, because I've got a table booked at the Steak and Omelette at 6:00, which probably got the biggest cheer of the day, which, you know, says it all. But having said all that, we won, and we won ugly. And I read someone's tweet, and I really apologise, but I've had more than one bottle of wine and a few Guinnesses, so I can't remember who said it. But what I do remember from someone tweeting saying, how many times do we win that, playing that badly under Schumacher in the 101 season, going, how the hell do we get away with that? And that was a perfect example of playing badly and winning a game of football. So on that basis, you have to say it was a job well done.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to react some comments before I go to Andy. And just as a gentle reminder, Gav, just be careful of the tapping of the mic again, because it's coming through more than normal.
I'm not tapping my mic. My mic's
you're not, or unless someone else is, but I think it's anyway. Just be conscious. Right, let me read out some more comments. Oh, where are we going here? There's quite a lot coming in. So, what we got? Stephen Cooper says, "Evening, guys. Wrexham 2, Chelsea 4. Yeah, sadly, that was a good game up until the sending off." Larry also says, "Good evening, gents. Happy to for the win. Better second half is key." What else we got here? Terry Alford, evening to you, Terry. Good result today, but I'm not convinced about getting in the playoffs. Well, look, if it happens, it happens. Like I said earlier, Reading have had a great run and still are not in it yet. Heather joins us as well. I see you're on Facebook, Heather. Heather Louise Hughes now. Evening, gents. She says, Ads Taylor as well. Evening all. Took time to get going. Needed a formation reform to do it. But well done, the lads. Come on, you Greens. Ethan Prosser says, hi, I hope you're all good. Not the best game today, but a big 3 points. Peter Hemwood, good win, not at our best, that's for sure. Let me just read some new ones out as we've got a lot in. Let me scroll down a bit. Doncaster, not a bad side. Their goal was class, but we got the win to keep us in it. Mark says, good evening. Very poor, lethargic first half. Only a little better second half when Dale and Kane came on, allowing Edwards to revert to his correct position and gave us a better midfield midfield effectively. CJ's in as well. Party gamer boy Carl, I remembered, whatever that relates to.
About him joining tonight after I gave him the man of the match trophy.
I wonder what that comment was under our X account. What else have we got? Voodoo saying Jack McKenzie sounds like an interesting character. Pleased for getting him back. I don't disagree with Gav. I thought, even though everybody was poor in the first half, he stood out for me, sadly. Better second half. Debbie Firth said, would have been better if Pepple had taken the penalty, I feel. Look, I will come on to that because someone gave an interesting view to that. Sam, who's also paired with the channel on X. So for those of you that haven't or have retweeted on there, please do. We appreciate you spreading the live show. He said, evening, gents. First half was a tough watch, but we got the 3 points, and that's all that matters. Graham Burns saying, nice to see Herbie Kane get some game time too. Let me just go and see what else we've got in here. Alex is in as well tonight, pairing up and sharing the channel as usual. Peter Fox, Herbie Kane scored a great goal today. I think Ross jumped over it, unless, or certainly jumped out.
Looking at my video and yours, it's still quite hard to see if he did get a small nick on it. It looks, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
can't take away from Kane though.
It definitely threw the keeper off. Mike Rowe, evening to you, says, Mike from Maidstone here. Great fight back. Not so long ago, we would have crumbled. Cleverly has it right. Win the next one if we're there. If with 3 left, we are in contention, then I'll get excited. Yeah, it's just securing it, isn't it? And Steve's just joined us. Evening all. Have we got our beverages? Alex says, yes, I've got my tea and a Coke
I've got
as well.
Chateau de Milton Keynes today.
So, Andy, you shared your whisper bites for me just before the game, which was kind of you. And I said that was probably the best treat of that first half. It was poor. It was really poor, as Gavin said. And I think what's really, I know you've been quite vocal about him as well, but he's just not got back into it. Is it because of who we're missing? He's playing out of positions like a few players, but he was just not getting in the game properly today, was he?
He just doesn't look interested for me. That he's playing blind passes, and there was one pass he put right across the front of the box, which the Donny player picked up and ran on. And it could have cost us so much, but thankfully it didn't. Yeah, he's just, I don't know what it is with him. Whether it's a mentality thing, whether it's a fitness thing, but he just wasn't at the races today for me. Second half he was a little bit better, but not much.
No, he's poor. What else stood out for you throughout the game, Andy?
Just the way. I mean, someone's commented already in the comment section that how we fought back. Going behind the way we did, it was a good goal. It was a cracking goal, to be fair. But coming back from that, we wouldn't have done that, earlier on in the season, maybe. So it's a positive there. We won the game, got 3 points. That's all that matters, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think, Carl, they're sort of. You could feel the bit. I don't like to boo. I mean, I joked at halftime, so I went boo, yay, because it felt like that sort of thing at the halftime whistle. We had a very early opportunity, and if Pepple had just known that Sorinola was on his own in the box instead of passing it out wide, I think to Curtis, that probably would have created a great chance. I think there was the odd glimmer of one, but brilliant cross into the box with Harding just holding up the ball, giving it time to think about his cross. I think it was Watts who I believe got the flick on. We do have the highlights, so we'll show them later. And then, our star man of the moment stepping up at the back, finding himself at the back post to slot it home. And that really, I think, dented Doncaster and just gave Argyle that hope. A different conversation as you saw them running off into the tunnel for the halftime team talk.
Yeah, like Mackenzie said in the presser afterwards, I think Donny would have felt hard done by going in at 1-1 because I thought they had a decent first half and they're a completely changed team than the one we played up there a few months ago up at Doncaster, who looked way off it. I thought they looked quite impressive. The wingers at Molineux I thought was quite impressive. We just won at the races. It felt very much like the games of the last couple of weeks. Where we just won closing down. There was no intensity, no energy. Everything was quite slow. The Ashby Hammond distribution was quite poor. Again, quite slow from the back, or some of his goal kicks went out to touch. Just nothing was really clicking. obviously they're finished. I don't think really we could have done anything about that. It was a world-class strike. I mean, the reaction of the Doncaster players when that hit the back of the net speaks volumes, and I was quite in awe of the strike. It was no keeper gets anywhere near that, whether it was Ashby Hammond, Hazard, or anyone else. It was just a top quality strike, and fair play to them.
On that, Carl, when we had no pressure to clear the ball either, did we, into the box?
No,
and Edwards just
appalling.
Exactly. And to get that goal before halftime for us was fantastic, because it probably changed how we came out in the second half. But I don't think it was a deserved equaliser. I think going down at halftime 1-0 would have been fair for Donny. Just wasn't at the races at all first half. I thought Watts, like Gavin said, probably had his worst game for us in a green shirt. Whether he's 100% fit, lacking confidence, I'm not sure. But for me, he doesn't start the next game. Nowhere near it for me. Since like Stockport away, when he was kind of in their faces, he was really intense, like too intense. When he got that yellow card, he hasn't really been the same since then. He's not going in for challenges. He's backing away. He's just lost that. I don't know, lost that confidence maybe that he thinks he's going to get a booking and be in danger of being sent off. But he's just not been at the races for me. Harding, I thought, was a lot better on the right hand side. I still think he's probably more suited at centre back, but I don't think he's going to get the game time there at the moment anyway. But I think at right back he looks a bit more dangerous. But obviously with Edwards probably going back to right back soon anyway. I don't know where he fits in. So I thought Mackenzie had a really solid debut. Nothing. He didn't pull up trees, but I thought he was quite steady. He looks fit now. I don't think he'll go again on Tuesday, mind. I think that might be too much. But no, really impressed with what I saw from Mackenzie, and hopefully he can build up to being a regular now. Down on the left side, and obviously second half. When Sorinola picked up the ball, I thought, please not Sorinola, and then he gives it to Curtis, which probably looking back now, I probably thought maybe Sorinola should have taken it. But yeah, it was a really poor effort, and I think cleverly said in post-match that probably Bim will be the penalty taker going forward if Tolly's out. So yeah, it was a poor finish. Even the rebound, he didn't really get anywhere near it, did he?
When he followed up, Carl, I thought he was going to head the ball. I mean, that would have been
he kind of was in kind of two minds of what to do.
He sort of dropped for him. And
he was, like I said, he was too casual, wasn't he? Just almost, I think he thought he had loads of time and forgot about the team running up behind him.
And then on Boateng, I thought he improved significantly when Kane came on. I don't think he was his best first half or early second half. I think when Boateng's got Kane next to him or Joe Rules, he seems to shine a lot better. I think when he's got like a Wiradoo or Edwards is not a centre midfielder, is he? He seems to really struggle because he's doing a lot more of the work and a lot more running. But yeah, we were a different team when Kane came on. Also praise for Owen Dale, which I didn't think I was going to say anytime soon. I thought he was impressive when he came on. A lot of energy. He looked hungry. Yes, his shot was quite poor, but the run leading up to that shot was pretty decent. So for me, going forward, like I said, Watts doesn't start for me, and I think it's time for Owen Dale to get back into the side on Tuesday.
Carl, just on that, because I thought I would look at his discipline record, and from what I'm seeing here, he's now picked up his 5th yellow card today, which was unnecessary, which means he will get that game ban then, won't he, on his 5th?
No.
No,
does he not?
Is it not 10?
There's 10.
Oh, is it 10? I thought it was 5.
Yeah, it wouldn't be 5 at this point in the season, I don't think. So, yeah, regardless of yellow cards, he doesn't get
9 games left, I think.
Yeah, but I think he'll just miss based on, regardless his performance. So, but it was a silly yellow card to give away as well, wasn't it? It was out of frustration, and in that sense. So, yeah, you said about the goal, Carl, from Doncaster in the first half. It was a great strike. One of those where, and he kept his eye on the ball as he was striking it. And Hammond couldn't do anything about it. You said that in the chat. I mean, he was rooted to the spot when it went in.
I mean, we could have closed the player down a bit quicker, but that's just probably being harsh. I just think it's a world that we couldn't do anything about, to be honest.
No.
The players in front of him are more to blame than the keeper.
Yeah. I don't think Ashby Hammer can come under much negativity tonight. Yes, his distribution wasn't his usual best, but
Thought of a good save in the first half.
I thought he was solid today, to be honest. Didn't have much to do second half either.
I think he owes Curtis a few beers because he made him chase after those distributions in that second half. And Curtis was doing everything to try and get on the end of them. And obviously he was quite more frustrated and agitated because he obviously missed the penalty. On the penalty point, and I'll bring up the player stats in a minute. Someone said to me, and as daft as it might be to bring it back up, but obviously when I can't remember if it was a Senny or Pepple in that cup game when missed the penalty and obviously got all that abuse, and it was a bit like, was there an element of maybe being conscious of that? But I suppose at some stage you do have to move on, and he's the informed goal scorer, Gav. So should he have stepped up and taken it?
Yeah. Move on. I was like, what? But a bit like you, I was like, why is Curtis and Saranella fighting over the ball? Give it to Bim. And then he wandered out to sort of wide of the box. I was like, what? And yeah, Curtis' body language didn't look particularly positive either. And, you know, I said to my brother after the game, one thing that Pepple misses is that ruthlessness as a striker from a mentality perspective. Like loads of other strikers would be like, give me the fucking ball now. I'm taking it. It's like, there is no conversation. It's mine. That was not done. Sorry, that was not done. And then there was a bit of a, you know, Saranella had the ball, Curtis had the ball, Saranella had the ball. Eventually he gave it to Curtis, and it's like, if you're the penalty taker, you rip the ball off someone and say, give it to me. I'm going to take the penalty. I'm going to score. And that didn't feel ever like a thing.
I did wonder, Gav, whether or not actually it was just tactical and Sorinola was just taking the ball to get it ready on the spot, just to sort of move any players from Doncaster trying to get involved. Because sort of like as soon as it looked like he was wanting to take it, and I clocked and thought, no, I think he's just trying to.
To me, it looked like he was joking. The way he picked the ball up, he was kind of laughing towards Curtis, like just to gain the crowd reaction of Sorinola picking up the ball to take it. That's what it looked like to me. But...
Yeah, possibly a little bit of gamesmanship, but no, yeah, he definitely was a bit too casual on the rebound. Let me read out some more comments because they are flooding in. Thank you, everybody who's joined us tonight. Peter Fox saying Tottenham Hotspur are in a relegation scrap in the Premier League. I think they are getting relegated. Peter Henwood, who's in with us and in our group chat, yes, we'll be pleased to see that happen, and how no club is too big to go down. That's for sure. Graham Byrne, who we got Tuesday? Well, of course, it's Wigan and Exeter's ex-manager who we face on Tuesday. We'll be doing a watch-along on Tuesday as well with Harvey. He's joining us. He has connected his channel for us tonight. So if you are watching, there's a few of you on Harvey's channel. That will be why, in case you're thinking, where's Harv? So he'll join me on Tuesday. Also, just as a note, before I forget later, we are looking at adjusting our times we go live. So we're going to look at bringing it forward an hour. The reason for that is, A, because 8:30 and we tend to go on for about an hour and a half, just does get it late into the evenings. And we're conscious that there are some young ones out there that like to join and watch the live as well. And 8:30 is quite a late start. So
and Harvey needs to get to bed, doesn't he? So
and it's past
who does? Oh yeah, well that's true. Yeah. So from Thursday it will be 7:30 and Saturday at 7:30. So so just remember that. We'll schedule it up and you'll see it anyway. If you make sure you click the bell and all that stuff and subscribe on YouTube, you'll then get the notification. Craig Max in as well. Evening to you, Craig. Who else we got? Terry Alford. Curtis took pens at Pompey. It was, to be fair, it was a good save from the keeper. So
I mean, if the keeper went the other way, then we wouldn't be having this conversation, I suppose, would we?
Yeah, exactly. Just went the right way. It's one of those saves, wasn't it? And it rebounded, and he should have had it. Didn't.
Yeah, he should have just run forward and dinked it in. Mark says, since Watt's injury at Luton, he has lost his appetite like many others. Mitchell was excellent. Plim 1969 says, Dale was excellent with his energy today. Final ball still awful, though. Yeah, his shot was just a little bit off. But it was good to see that energy coming back in. Voodoo saying, any pen taker should be hitting top bins, not rolling it on the floor. That's the only qualification. How many times do you say that when you just think, just go up and smash it, smash it, smash it? You can forgive someone if they pelt it and it happens a rebound or get saved or missed, but yeah, not when you do a soft one. But it was still a good save.
Taking penalties, didn't you? Someone like Paul Watt,
blimey,
that's real quick. You just smash it.
He's free now. He's free now. He can come back and do it.
Take it.
Paul Watton, oddest shot, all 4 leagues as it was then. Donna Hone, evening to you, says definitely a game of 2 halves. Good to grind out a result, and have to mention the worst kit I've ever seen from Doncaster. Yeah, it wasn't.
What was that goalkeeper at half time all about?
It was his stag. Well, it was his stag do. But what was weird is, and I always forget his name, the PA guy, apologies, said when he walked over eventually, normally you're Pilgrim Pete. So I don't know if it is the guy that normally dresses up as Pilgrim Pete was on his stag. But well, fine, thanks, Gav. But I saw them coming when I was walking down Peveril Park Road to it. They were on a stag do. So that was what it was about.
I thought it's on new signing or something.
Well, to be fair, he did save every shot the kid took. So could well have been. What else have we got? Andy the Green, although he doesn't get the big headlines, Boateng's contribution this season has been massive. My player of the season. I actually was thinking exactly the same. We'll debate it and put up a poll towards the end, but I think he might end up being our Block 9 player of the season. He certainly does, quiet Ben please, certainly does play better when he's got more experienced players around him. And I think the side to that is Boateng knows the job that he needs to do. He's relying on others around him of that quality to do the same. And I think then it throws him off and he has to get involved. There was a lot of, I felt in the first half, of like Sorinola and Mackenzie, then Harding, when he switched sides, just didn't seem to just sort of communicate properly with each other. And I think Boateng needs those sort of players around him. I'll read out a couple more. What else have we got? Ruby and me. Andy says, evening, fellas. I've overnapped. What's the story? Morning glory or afternoon glory? Or what did I miss? Well, hopefully you did see the game. We're going to come on to the player ratings and the highlights in a second. Craig Mack thinks we're getting the playoffs. We'll see. I think the teams that are in there are doing well. Well, we've also got to play them soon, some of them. I'll read out a couple more where we go in here. Voodoo saying apparently our supreme leader nominated Curtis as a pen taker. There's another dig. They won't stop, will they, Voodoo? But that's fine. Baz in the Cloud. I was sitting behind the stag. Name was Sam. Hilarious. Yeah, it said Mr. and Mrs. or something, I think, on the back of his shirt. Right, let me jump in. Keep your comments coming in and chat amongst yourselves. Let's get the ratings up. We all know that these can be interesting as the kids have departed for bed now after that disturbance. So Ashby Hammond, 6.5.
A worse rating than Caleb Watts, really?
Yeah, well, I did notice that when I was checking it out earlier. He didn't have too much to do. He did pull off
that's a good thing,
a couple of good saves. Sorry?
That's a good thing, surely.
Yeah, well, that's it. Exactly. Harding, 6.5. Stevie Vaughan said that he may miss Tuesday's game. I think if he's got a knock, that could be the case. I hope Pepple.
He's got a tight groin.
Sorry?
He's got a tight groin.
Ooh, right, okay.
He needs to see Andy Prowse, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, there we go, Carl. Nail on the head. Yeah, perfect. Give him a call, Harding. I know you're watching, of course. Ross there with an 8. I didn't think he had the best of first halves, but he did all right overall. It was great, I must say, though, to have him back in alongside his centre-back partner, Mitchell, with a 7.3, who did get man of the match, as Gavin noted his post-match speech. Mackenzie, 7.5 in there. Curtis with a 6.7. Maybe a little bit low. Edwards, 7.2. Boateng, a 7. Boateng, 6.9 for Sorinola, a 7.8 for Pepple, and a 6.9 for Watts. I mean, they must have fallen asleep in the first half, whoever does the scores for FOTMob, and then woke up in the second half with some of those. Yeah, Pepple, does anybody know? Obviously, he came off. He was feeling something.
He's fine.
Yeah, good.
He'll be all right.
Just Gav's like, yeah, it's
He's
fine.
fine.
Like, move on.
He's made a lot of stuff.
He's fine. The fact that he was running towards the Devonport going, yeah, fist pumping. He ain't doing that if he's injured, is he? Let's be candid.
Oh, you don't mean this, do you, Gav?
I mean that.
Let's be candid.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if I'm the doctor, yeah, sign him off.
Well, exactly. He doesn't look particularly injured there, does he, Michael?
No, and I'll let it run. I go obviously pick these clips up as they do. And
I became looks like Phil Collins, doesn't he?
This one this time.
Against all odds.
Herbie Kane got the best pasty on the top of his head you'll ever see. The beauty.
There we go. All smiles again. So I tell you what, we'll segue nicely now into the match highlights. Just over a minute of these.
Just head it away. The two of you.
He did.
That's brilliant. You know, as one. Right. No one's...
I'd make them watch that for the entire journey to Wigan on a loop.
That would look good in the Prem, wouldn't it? That placement. Wow. Look at side, Donny.
Who saved this?
Yeah, there we go. That would have really put us to bed.
Oh, I couldn't miss really good.
Right time, right place.
He's only 4 goals behind Talai now this season.
I'm bored.
It's not easy to see if the rebound as well that after the
Rebound
miss.
straight up his face.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Those balls hit out him.
The number 4 was already booked when it hit his hand. That surely that's a red, then, isn't it?
Well, actually, you could see his head move after the strikes. Oh, right in the face.
That
was right in the face. I didn't actually see it as clear as that earlier.
That's brilliant. He's got so much class, this boy.
Yeah, he's just, the confidence is huge, isn't it?
He's grown into this season, isn't he? You know, as a development player, he's doing really well for us.
Here's the goal.
For me, that's Ross's goal. I want to close that.
Well, Ross goes straight to Kane as well, in fairness, so I think he did just jump over it.
Oh,
yeah, he does leave it.
No, he misses it. Run it back.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he does leave it. Let's
run it back in slow motion.
Here again.
Oh, the whole thing again.
Hang on. All right, calm down.
One job. You got one job, Michael.
Oh, it's up here. That's why. It's up here. That's why.
Yeah, it was under him, didn't it?
That's the perfect VAR angle. Not to touch.
It's like I'm just laughing at
that's the ball there. Like, just hit it.
Right, let's get Cleverly's post-match clip. Care of
Gaffer. Win's a win. How did you see it?
Yeah, I think that's the type of game that 3-4 months ago we don't win. You know, when we deservedly get a little bit of stick for a subpar performance. That we had the mentality to keep calm, to keep pushing. Timing of the first goal was key. I thought Bim was out one of our consistently outstanding players today. And then the second half we were much better. We were on the ascendancy, and to keep our mentality and focus on the job in hand. I thought the substitutes were outstanding. It's a type of game that our mentality today has won.
I'll come on to kind of the game changes or the changes in the second half, but on that first half display, I don't know. It felt like we weren't. It felt like they were better than us, deserved the lead when they got it. Would that be a fair thing to say?
Yeah, I think with the ball we were disappointed with how we played, but without the ball, I take responsibility for that. I think when they packed the midfield, I had 4 players in there for our 2. I should have adapted that a little bit quicker than we did. So we've changed around 30 minutes, and maybe could have done it after 15-20 to get us a foothold in the middle of the pitch. But I thought we were much better when we moved to 4-3-3, and it's a good option to have.
Gaffer,
on to.
The form you're in is incredible at the minute. You know, you must be feeling insanely confident every single time that you step on the pitch.
Yeah, I feel a bit disappointed when I don't score. I think Bevo was joking with me. I hadn't scored in 2 games, and he said I was on a bit of a drought, and so I wanted to put that to bed real quick. But yeah, I just feel confident. I just feel like if I get a chance, I'm going to score, and I might not score, and I'm going to miss more chances, but I'm just confident. Okay, the next one, I miss one, the next one. That's what you need to have, and hopefully it just continues as long as possible.
The form you're in is incredible at the minute. You know.
Can I just if anybody from the Argyle media team's listening, Can you not get some noise cancellation mics on your recordings, or certainly do it post editing? Although it's not so good unless your mics can do it. But my God, the lawnmowers.
It's like they have the interviews right next to the lawnmowers. Yeah,
there's a big game tomorrow at Home Park. They've got to cut the grass. Move on.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yes, the ladies. I don't care for that. It's just, can we do it somewhere more sensible, please?
Heather, she's going to have a go at you now, Mike.
No, she won't. So Steve Wheeler adjusted his original message saying, "Is Kane, not Jane, going to be our free kick specialist?"
I'd love to see Jane Hallett on set pieces.
Jane would be great on set pieces.
I never can win, girl.
Oh dear, classic. Plym 1969. Charlie's questioning style. He's so desperate not to offend. That's fair, I suppose. David Toms, he also wants to keep his job. Pepple looked as though he was being sick. Seemed to be coughing something up as he was on the ground. Could have got a knock in the stomach, maybe. Maybe he just swallowed up those defenders and would just bring them back up. What else have we got? VW Coker saying, second half foul on Pepple, through on goal. Yeah, so the player slipped, didn't he? And I don't know if Pepple just didn't move around him properly and caught his trailing leg, but slipped or not, that's still a free kick, isn't it?
It's a red.
Yeah, or red, because he was last man on. And obviously Pepple's frustrations led to him.
I may be due another control letter from the club because I may have just a couple of times today lost a little bit of control by talking very abrasively to the linesman and the referee from my seat in the Upper Mayflower. But there we are.
But you're not that type of guy, really, Gavin. Oh, really? Come on.
It was the refereeing was atrocious, and it was atrocious, and he was one of the better refs we've had all year. That's how low the bar is.
Yeah, I just James from the Watford Way has just dropped in. Great to see Tom flying again. Well, I mean, Voodoo might not quite call it that, James, but yeah, it's certainly it's an interesting one. And I don't agree with his comment the other day. Obviously, if we didn't have all the injuries that we have had, it would certainly be better. I still, from what we discussed on Thursday, Carl, you weren't here, but Andy threw it out there about, wouldn't it be great, though, to get into the playoffs and go up? I think that would be a struggle. Not that I would turn it down, but let's just get this club and these players sorted for the season next year and then go from there. What else we got? But thank you for dropping in again, James. So good to see from you. I'm not sure how Watford are doing, but let us know how you're finding your season. I know my dad's happy, although not so happy because Ipswich drew to Leicester, so they're in their playoff push. We don't know who the I'm not sure if it's what country you're from with that name. Carl,
Russia.
Can you got any chance of pronouncing that? It is definitely Russia, is it?
It's definitely Russian, yeah.
So we have someone in from Russia. Hello, which teams are these, please? So you have Plymouth Argyle and Doncaster Rovers, as Plym 1969 pointed out to you, and you thanked him for. So thank you for joining us from all the way over there. If you are all the way over there right now, of course. What else have we got? Let me just have a quick look. Scrolling down here. Shankland, T9, come on the Hearts. Evening to you. Stevie Vaughan, does anyone think Pepple, or where's that gone? Anyone think Pepple could get an international call-up for Canada?
Well, don't see why not.
Yeah,
he's a top goal-scoring Canadian in 2026. So
yeah, well, there we go. Carl with the stats.
The last Argyle player to play for Canada, I'm pretty sure it was Carlo Corazon. I might be wrong there. We need Sam down there, don't we?
Carlos Corazon, yeah, cool. Wow, there's
Carlo
a name.
Corazon.
Yeah. Stats just quickly. I don't always share these, but they're not great reading, but it doesn't matter. But look at that XG if you want to pick out a number from it. But possession 44 to Argyle, 56 then to Donny. Expected goals 2.45. Strong again to Donny.
We have more than one corner, surely.
Where's
the
corners at the
yeah,
probably
more than one corner.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just ditch Mob for live score.
Stop Mob.
Yeah. It's in fairness, however and whoever it is that's logging this detail at the games. Total shots 13 to Argyle, 16 to Donny. Shots on target 6 versus 2. Big chances 2 to Donny's 0. Does a goal not count as a big chance? I suppose it's not because it's gone in, isn't it? Accurate passing, 58% to Argyle, 65 to Donny. Interestingly, in the first half, the accurate passes from Argyle was higher. It's probably because they didn't really do any. And when they did, they must have found someone. 16 fouls committed to 13. Yes, we did pick up. Let me just check who it was.
Was it 9 yellow cards going back to the referee?
Well, Watts, Pepple, and Edwards,
5 for us and 4 for them.
McKenzie. Yeah. So
that's just a joke. 9 yellow cards in a game where there was probably 1 or 2 heavy tackles. And how pedantic, sorry, I'm going to rant now. How pedantic was this absolute twat in the middle who, because Ashby Hammond didn't roll the ball back half a centimetre onto the he books him.
He allowed their players to literally go 10 or 15 yards taking a throw in and did nothing.
And
he did book one of the sort of Donny players for taking time out of the throne, didn't he? To be fair,
he did. But the other thing as well, right? When the referee makes a clear and obvious, and I'll use those words advisedly, a clear and obvious mistake, and one of the players on the pitch corrects him in their own unique style, Bim Pepple, you then get, I'm going to book you, young man, for being so insubordinate even. And it's like, what? For telling you've made a mistake, you're going to get booked. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. All these milk monitors and library technicians need to piss off and get some proper referees. It's just a joke now. Every week, it's like, here's a mistake. I'm going to tell you you've made a mistake. I'm booking you for telling me I've made a mistake. No, that is not it. I'm sorry, that is not it.
Yeah, horrific. I think we for the new season we might come up with a like a ref watch style Gavin rant.
Gav's corner,
Gav's rant.
For the new season. But yeah, it's frustrating. He wasn't great at all. You could actually I think it was the first half when he was getting stick from the crowd. All of a sudden, we got every challenge.
In about 3 minutes, we got 3 decisions. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, nuts. Matty H44, good to see you in. Evening. He says, was hoping they'd throw pasty crusts in their area. Oh, hang on, the screen's moved. To the keeper, for the Seagulls around their keeper. They did all come in like a mob at one stage, didn't they, in the game? According to Plym, 1969, definitely only one corner.
Yeah, so, it feels like we had more than one. I'm just trying to think back now. I know Curtis had one down by us, didn't he?
Well, Harding's wasn't obviously his crossing looked like a corner, but I know that was fairly obvious then. But maybe it was only one. Maybe it was.
What we should do, right? All this pasty talk, right? We should have got Arbor Junior in goal. Could never get pasty.
Oh God!
Oh, dear.
Well, at least it'll taste good if it do. Anyway,
do we have a black and white special effects button and then a bit of tumbleweed that goes into the screen? If we do, can we press it, please?
What have I got under the graphics thing here? I've got backgrounds. I've got over. I mean, you could maybe this. This. I mean, is there any bed wetting today? No, there isn't.
Only for me about the referee, really. To be honest,
no. I don't know what
mattresses are not a thing today.
What other graphics have we got on here? Yeah, Carl's doing his Mac one. We got Spot. There we go. It was a shining performance.
That's what you need for that joke. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Right. I've lost my trail of thought now. Let me scroll down here. What else have I got? Oh, I've got Harvey's thoughts. So let's bring them up. Let's get what he thought of the game.
So that's full time. Plymouth Argyle 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. We made it half ourselves. I did really think it was going to be one of them days after the penalty miss where we weren't going to get that second goal. Thought we improved in the second half. At first half, I don't think we were good enough. We sat very deep. We allowed the pressure to come in from Doncaster, and they deserved that lead. I do want to wish all the fans that made that trip down the safest of journey homes. But what a 3 points for Argyle. Harvey Kane giving us the winner. A great goal. Don't know if it took a touch, but we'll give it to him. And we move on to Wigan now on Tuesday, now owned by ex-Grecian boss Gary Caldwell. I'm not going to be there, but I'll be doing something with the Block 9, hopefully. But then I'll see you away to Reading next Saturday. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, it will be with me to watch that game. Can we get those final 3 points that we need to secure a run? I think, did they lose in the end today, Wigan?
No, drew.
Was it a draw in the end? Was it? So table-wise, I don't have a clip, but I'll just read it out. We are in 10th on 49 points with that one defeat recently, but 4 wins out of 5. Luton lost today. That was an incredible game, and fair play to Reading. I forget the player, but it was a hat-trick. I'm sure Mike...
Isn't it nice to see a 0 on the goal difference?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Carl.
Yeah,
thank you. All that hard work pays off. We finally
Indeed.
get it all square or all level, that's for sure. Exeter lost today. Brilliant. They are in 15th. But yeah, Donny dropped. I don't know if they did drop, but to 18th. It's still Leyton Orient, Rotherham, Northampton, and Port Vale in that bottom. The bottom 2, Northampton, Vale getting draws. Leyton Orient and Rotherham losing. And of course, the big one, that was the lunchtime kickoff. Lincoln City doing one over their promotion rivals, Cardiff, winning 2-0. I think there's just no stopping them at the moment. Is there, Gav? They just seem to be going on and on and on.
They're playing very effective football. That's it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I know it hardly any injuries.
No. Unlike us, who's the other way of the other end of the spectrum. No, they're playing effective stuff, and I'm expecting them to go up. I think simple as that.
It'll be it'd be good for the. Will that be their first time up there? I don't.
No,
yeah, I think it is.
The Championship. They played second division back in the day.
In the modern day, then
they played second tier. I can't remember if they played.
I don't think they played second tier. To be fair, might be wrong.
Yeah. Could have done with Exeter winning.
With ChatGPT.
That's Exeter have got Lincoln and Cardiff next 2 games, and there's 6 points off the bottom 4.
Ooh, wow.
And then when they go into administration and have a 10-point deduction, they'll be down.
Nice.
Yeah, we all know what that feels like.
Love it.
Yeah, we do know what that feels like. In terms of, so this was the first game of 4 back-to-backs. It's Wigan on Tuesday, as we just said. 7:45 kickoff for that one. And then it's the one that over 3,000 of you are travelling up to on the 14th on Saturday. It's the Reading away game. I think that's going to be an absolute cracker. I'm not going. I will be there, though, to do the watch-along. And I think it's going to be a hell of a game, that one. Can we stunt Reading, Michael Hawkes? Yes, we can.
Talibia back then, wasn't he?
Say again?
Talibia back then.
Is that the one he's back for?
He should be.
Mike, I hate to say it, but Tali's back for that one.
Yeah, he's what does he say? Kelvin something echo Hibti man. That's a poor attempt at that, or something even. We can't say it long due to the name Big Striker 2. Yeah, considering you lost your main man for the rest of the season, someone's obviously stepped up to fill his boots. Terry Orford, winning teams don't get injuries. That's clear. Lincoln not been in the Championship or the old Division 2 since the 1960s.
I thought they played second division football, but I didn't realise they weren't in the Championship.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for that, Steve. That's good to know.
To be fair.
So I'm just thinking, as we approach the hour, I'm just trying to... press conference. Who's watched the press conference at the end there? Yeah. Carl, any points of note from that?
Lots of talk about, obviously, playoffs. Tom's, as predictable, just going for the next game, thinking about the next game, which is probably the right call. There's no point in talking about playoffs. There's still loads of games left. 11 games is a lot. And I think it's right to concentrate on the next game and then just go from there. Mackenzie, I did have a couple of things jotted down. Said he was buzzing with his start. Happy to get his first start after so long out. It's been like nearly 12 months since he's had a start in football. He did feel knackered by the end, which probably we all saw. He looked a bit tired. Been out for so long, he's going to be pretty knackered. So probably Tuesday would be again for another start would be probably too much for him. Said he loves it down here. He's embraced the city already. He's got a very good community feel around the city and the club, and everyone's coming to games with smiles on their faces now. And obviously, a few months ago would have been a different story. He hasn't been back home since he moved down either. He's moved down here with his girlfriend. Seems to really love it. Again, commenting on the support. Again, he's not seen anything like it. playing in Scotland. I know it's only Celtic and Rangers, but that's good. Good comments
and
from him.
Hearts, not just the Hearts, as we've got
He
one.
came from Hearts. Was it Hearts?
No, he came from Aberdeen, but yeah,
you're right. Sorry,
you won't see many crowds up in Scotland apart from the big two. I mean, Hearts probably get a fair amount of their games, but yeah, he seems a really switched on lad, and yeah, I can't wait for him to make that position his own when he's 100% fit, because he looks a good player.
Yeah, I think considering he's been thrusted in at a difficult time. You know, I like Gavin and I said, he didn't overly impress us at the start, but I'm going to give him some due to just sort of get into the rhythm of it. Gavin, Voodoo saying in the presser, TC criticised himself for not changing the formation earlier.
Yeah. We were overrunning midfield, as I said. I think I mentioned it being some kind of...
We were like cling film, you said.
Film. Yeah.
On the toilet seat.
It's not a bad analogy, is it? Yeah. I think it didn't help the fact that there was only one in midfield for us and not two, because Joe Edwards was like Rent-A-Ghost.
Rent-A-Ghost.
There's one for the past boys of a certain age. Those who have got no idea, go and Google it. That was a great kids series. Anyway, so Joe's basically not a midfielder, is he? As long as he's got a hole in his backside anymore. So, but he looked like a player playing right back. 4-3-3. I don't like it really, if I'll be honest. 4-4-2 is better, as long as you've got two people who can actually play midfield and centre midfield. And I still think Owen Aseni should start up top with Pepple, and I'll die on that hill.
Same.
Yeah. Well, actually, just on that note, Gav, that was surprising, wasn't it? Because he was the last man to come on. Pato got ahead of him, and I think it would have been Tuesday. We might see it, but either he's not doing something that's pleasing cleverly, but you would definitely want to have him alongside Pepple on Tuesday night for me. Would you agree?
Yeah. In a word, I picked him for this team today. He I don't know. He must have. I don't know. Did he flirt with TC's missus on a night out? I don't know, but something's up there. Did he beat him? Did he winks in the canteen? I have no idea. But
maybe he was late for his meal at the steak and omelette bar one evening.
Sorry, did you say the steak and vomit, Carl? Oh, sorry, yeah.
I don't think. I think Mitch is as long as Mitch gets looked after tonight and they're extra cleanliness. I think Mitch will get through his steak and omelette journey without any fuss.
I do hope he's found other places. I mean, it's still going. In fairness to them, forget his name.
It's only been going 40, 50 years, so I imagine they're doing something right, Michael.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael. But back to Aseni. He's got. For me, I don't know why he doesn't start up top. Although he didn't look particularly effective when he came on today. But I think it was he's doing his shoelaces up, Bim Pepple, so he must be injured. Get him off. I think that was what it looked like. But he obviously wasn't injured.
He did have a limp though. He was feeling something, and then just went off of precaution.
Yeah, it looked like he was tucking his shoelaces inside his left boot when he bent over for me. But there we are. I think we only play well if we've got two connected strikers up top. We go up early to them, and then what joke's that? And then the midfielders bomb on. But we just look weak with what's up there. It's Curtis can't play out there, even though he's probably more effective because he's needed wide. Watts isn't capable of playing in that top two, so we've got to play Aseni, in my humble opinion. But we didn't, and we probably won't on Tuesday, although we should.
I won't read out what Andy's just put in the private chat.
What did it me?
Or was it not?
I can't get in the private chat. It's locked me out for some reason. I've got a little.
Well, it was you because it says the grumpy loyal.
Yeah.
Well, then it was it. Oh, it might be me then.
Yeah, Bim was tucking something else into his socks, is what he said. Just for
schlong.
Jason joked about that next to me during the game. Also, I tell you what, I think as we just break over the hour, we'll call it that, I think, for tonight, because we got that game on Tuesday. So look, it's good to finish off on a high. I want to give a shout out to Ollie, who said hello in Starbucks on Friday. So hello to you.
Do you also want to say about
give the fans what they want? You are an absolute abomination. Are you going to mention the ladies' game tomorrow, Michael, or are we
sorry,
forgotten
go on,
about that
Gav.
now?
Yeah, just give us that final reminder, please, mate. Thank you.
Home to Lewis in the league.
Kickoff time.
2:00. If your children want to get there, I think it's 12. Then the entire squad sit in a very long table in hospitality or in Club Argyle, and there's lots of pre-printed pictures with bits for people to sign, and the girls are very open and contactable, and are great with the supporters. I asked before I left. There was 700-800 tickets sold already for tomorrow, which probably makes me think it's going to be 1,200-ish, 1,500 maybe if we get.
Did you see if the two girls played for Wales, Gav?
No, I've looked. They didn't. 3.
No, they were on the bench.
Didn't.
I think, weren't they?
So they were on the bench. Didn't get on, from what I can see. So they'd have hot-tailed it back tonight straight after the game, and I imagine they'll be thrust in straight away tomorrow, or at least be on the bench.
Yeah, sounds good then.
We should win 3-4, 5-0 tomorrow comfortably, in my humble, if we play with the intensity that we have been in recent times. So it'll be a good day. The weather's dry. Get to Home Park, support the club. It's free, I think, for under 14s and £5 for an adult. You can't beat that. So, pom-pomming away, go and support the girls.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you want your photo taken with Gav, he'll be more than willing.
I'm more, listen, nobody, and nobody that I don't know come and says hello to me. Fact, okay? I have not got your celebrity sparkle, Michael.
Apart from when you get a tap on the shoulder.
But that's normally to say, can you please sit down and shut up because you abuse the linesman too much. And the linesman's family doesn't hate him. They do. Yeah. But that's fine. The only thing I got this week was 2 people that know me said I had great joy in watching me piss my pants on the Sunday show last week after we lost about the medical and the strength and conditioning team. So thanks everyone who listened to my rant and laughed. I was a little bit emotional at the time. There we are.
Mike, I'm going to send you a quick team for Tuesday. Just keep going.
Oh, what? Really? Do you have to?
Yeah.
I tell you why you're doing that, Carl.
Yeah. Come on.
Carl's coming cheeky with that, thinking Gavin won't be ready. Gav's just grabbed his phone. He's going, well, if you're going to play that game,
I'm already on it. It's fine.
I'm going to play it. So, okay, I'll remind you all while we wait for them to do that. And I can see there's some scores. So Terry's going with a 3-0 loss on Tuesday. Wow, Terry. Stevie Vaughan's going with Argyle to win 3-1 against Wigan. Pepple, Curtis and Ross. Matty H44 is going with a 1-0 win. Stevie Watson, good to see you in. 2-2. 1-0 Argyle, says Locks9. I'm just seeing if there's any others. Oh, let me scroll down. 3-1 went on Tuesday, says Plym 1969. It's a great show, guys. Up the greens from Stevie Watson. Thanks for that, mate. Starbucks, no. I got treated to a drink in there. I don't frequent. I just think it's a waste of money and the coffee's crap. So I always order a hot chocolate.
Team in the chat, Mike.
Say, team in the chat. Team in the chat.
It won't be as good as mine, Carl. That's all I'm going to say.
Ben, I didn't see you, Ben. Sat down in block 9. You were down the bottom on the right-hand side of block 9. So you can run, but you can't hide.
Right, let me just
team in the chat, Mike.
Hang on. There we go. This is hilarious. So much for an early night. Cheers. Right, anyway. Right, let me bring up Carl's. So Carl, while I download Gavin's, please read out your team for Tuesday night.
So, Harding to swap back. I know I said he's probably better on the right, but I think Kane now will start on Tuesday. So that then means Edwards goes back to his natural position at right back. So swap Harding over onto the left. Watts doesn't start for me. Owen Dale starts along with Curtis. And then I still want to see Ossetti up there with Pepple.
Yeah, fair enough. Let me switch back and look at this. You see, I know what I'm doing. Let's get Gavin's up. And
Is he gone the same way?
Nearly.
Take it away, Gavin.
He has. No, he
hasn't.
Where's Edwards?
I reckon Jack McKenzie's got another game in him. I have to say. Tell me what. Yeah, I am going to get a Michael. Michael, I will get a selfie.
Just laughing at that.
That's a thingy. That's quite funny. So McKenzie, Mitchell, Matthias Ross, and Wes Harding in the back four. Give our skipper a rest. and stick him on the bench. And then if McKenzie falls over, move Wes Harding to left back, assuming Wes's groin is suitably massaged and rubbed in the right places for Tuesday night. Herbie Kane in the middle of midfield with Maliki Boateng, Ronan Curtis on the right, Owen Dale on the left, who I think was my man of the match today, even though it was a cameo. I thought he was excellent. No, what have I done there? No, it should be.
You've hit watch on, haven't you?
Owen Aseni and Bim Pepple.
Caleb Watts.
Yeah, see,
Are you watching Andrew T?
So I've embarrassed myself once again, but it's only because of time pressure and probably too much wine and beer. But up top should be, for those who are listening, in my team, Owen Aseni and Bim Pepple, and Caleb Watts drops to the bench.
Yeah.
I would love McKenzie to start, but I just don't think he's going to risk him.
He recovers tomorrow, isn't it? I mean, he hasn't played for 6 months, so
that's what I mean. So two 90 minutes, 2 starts.
No, but if he plays 60 and then the 30's off, he's done it with our skipper, who's like 300 years older.
God, drop the mic. Oh, his emojis and Stevie Watts, so they haven't come through properly. But yeah, what happened last time we played 2 away games in a row? Yes.
We won, then we won.
Wins, yeah. So Wiradoo is available on Tuesday, so probably a sub. I think if Harden's got some sort of groin issue, you'd rather just let him rest it up. If Edwards is able to, then step in and carry on. But I don't think if I haven't got it on a different slide, so I can't switch back to cars quickly. But I think I'd like to see definitely Kane back because it just brings that experience and lets Boateng settle. Let's see what that can bring on Tuesday night. So on that, don't forget, as I said, Tuesday it will be 7:45 kickoff, so I'll be live with Harvey 7:30. Thursdays though, the same. We're going to move it to 7:30. So for those of you that joined us halfway through, we're going to bring the show forward an hour. Should be okay on a Saturday. It should allow me enough time to get everything ready. But yeah, we're doing that because it just is a little bit easier on us with working full time as well. But also, I think there's younger audiences that would like to watch some of the show.
Cheeky so-and-so.
And and just allows them to definitely improve. And you might not want to let them in the prediction league now, Carl. You know, you can. So just we think it will just allow for a better chance for people to watch the show. So 7:30s, and we'll see what that does. But yeah, I look forward to that on Tuesday. Hopefully, we can go and secure our League One status, and that will be a relief. And then we can play with.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't think Wright can play, can he? Against us?
He can't. No. Can't play against us. No, it's in his contract.
Scoring that 112th minute cup winner the other night, did see the goal in the end. So fair play to him. But yeah, any quick final thoughts then? Starting with you, Gav.
We've got to get more aggressive in the first half. We've all that press and intensity and high tempo and aggression and ball speed. We've got to get it back, or we're going to lose the game on Tuesday night. I'm pretty sure. What
do you think your score will be as well? Thank you for ever reminding me.
If we play with that level of intensity, press, and everything I've just said, and ball speed, I think we'll probably win 2-1. If we don't, I think we could probably lose 2-0. You know. Now, having caveat all that, Wigan couldn't even beat Blackpool today. So
no.
But you know. Our dear friend Gary likes us, doesn't he? And he likes to get his best games against us because it'll be his cup final, I'm sure. Especially because he used to be TC skipper and he used to be our Exeter. But I'm hoping that we get that bite back and that snap back in the middle of midfield, and that if you pick Aseni and Pepple up top, you're going to get far better press in their final third. Did anyone today think that Caleb Watts was running like Scrappy Doo or something?
Headless chicken.
It was like
nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
Scooby Doo's finger was on his collar, and he was like, and he wasn't going anywhere. That was poor. I think you've got to play you've got to play a Senny up top with Pepple. That will provide the platform to push and intensify. I thought Curtis pressed well today. I thought that Saranola was miles off it. If I'll be honest, and I thought that Watts was miles off it too. So that stops it, didn't it? Because we play well when our top two press really intensely, and Pepple does it, but no one goes with him, so he looks a bit of a fool. If we get that done,
in treacle.
Sorry,
Andrew's comment. Watts was swimming in treacle.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. All right, treacle. So yeah, I hope we got to play with intensity, press. Be great to have Brendan Wirrady back on the bench, which means Harry Kane can start and play 60 and Brendan
Harry Kane
30.
Harry Kane.
Not Harry Kane.
Said Harry Kane.
Well, if we have Harry Kane, why waste in the middle of midfield? We stick him up top with Pepple. That would just be foolish. But I think he's probably a little bit out of our price range. I think his weekly salaries are entire squads. But there we are. So yeah, we think if we can regain that intensity, press, ball speed, and everything we were doing Cardiff and beyond, I think we'll win the game. If we're passive like we were for the first half of the day, I think we're going to get duffed up.
Yeah, thank you for that short final word.
What did you? Midnight, but we're all right.
What did you say your score prediction was, Gav? If I missed it, sorry.
I said it's 2-1 if we play with intensity. If we don't, we're going to lose 2-0.
Yeah, Andy, your final thoughts. You got 10 seconds and your score prediction.
So final thoughts. Really, I think we're being a bit harsh on Watts. There is a player in there, but you just haven't seen it, and he doesn't fit in this system.
Hang on a minute, you were giving him stick all game. Don't go and
but he doesn't fit in this system. But there is a player in there. He can score goals for us, so let's not get on his back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tuesday night, we're going to beat Wigan 1-0. There we go. And Pepple's going to score it.
Yeah, fair enough. And Carl, from you tonight, please.
I think if we want a realistic chance of top 6 with the 4 games we've got coming up, obviously Wigan on Tuesday, followed by Reading, Stevenage and Huddersfield. That's a really difficult 4 games. So I think we should go out and try and take the game to Wigan and try and get the 3 points, because I think that's going to be the easier out of the 2 between the Reading games. I think with 3,000 Argyle fans travelling up, we know what tends to happen. We have a large away following away from home. We seem to not put on a show, but obviously our away form's improved. So it'll be interesting to see what we do in front of a large away following at Reading. But yeah, on Tuesday, like Gav said, if we don't turn up and we're not intense, we're not pressing, then it could be a difficult night. But if we do, then I'm sure we'll have enough with a couple of extra bodies back in obviously Wirradu and Kane getting his start, which I'll be more comfortable going into that game with Kane starting. So yeah, I think if we turn up 1-0, if we don't, then we'll probably come out with the 3 points. But with Reading following Saturday, we need to pick up a win. So I'm going for a 1-0. I'll go win.
Don't copy me. You've got to copy me in your car. I got to copy me.
Don't do that again. Before I forget as well, before I give my score prediction, Michael Hawkes will join us on Thursday for the Reading preview. So make sure you've got all your best banter on for the chat, folks, from 7:30.
And your ranted tomatoes to throw at him as well.
Yeah, so let's get him on. He will come on for the preview and also, of course, the post. He won't make the post match. That'll be interesting because you're up there, Gav, aren't you? Carl, Andy, I think you're down here anyway, aren't you? So, but you might all be back to come on. It's whether or not Mike wants to rush back to get on.
If he's up staying with family.
7:30,
I won't be on. I'll be at 10cc, chaps. So you're going to miss me there.
That's okay. It would just be Carl. Did you say you will be around, or you don't?
Yeah,
know
just me and you then. Isn't it?
Yeah. That's fine.
I can get my brother to drive my car home and do it live if you want in the car.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find some others. If you would like to come on to that show to join Carl and I, like we had Prousey on Thursday night, if you'd like to come on, then drop us a message and let's see. It's great to get more of you on, and we want to do more of that over the coming live lounges and games. So, but as there's just 2 of us, just the 2 of us, let's see if we can top it up with maybe 1 or 2 of you. So let us know. I'll be in Reading anyway Saturday, Mike says. Yeah, of course, because you're staying over, Gav, as you just recalled. You just said anyway. Yes. On that note, then we'll leave it as that. My score prediction will be. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go 3-0. I don't know who yet to score, but I'm just going to go 3-0. So until Tuesday, I'll see you and Harvey for the watch along. Join us if you can. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will be up at 4 for the race tomorrow.
Before you go, what time is the rerun? Do you know?
Look it up yourself, you lazy bugger. I don't know.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, there we go.
That's late,
Nice.
isn't it? Blimey, okay.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm lying. I've got no idea.
He doesn't have an idea because it'll be as soon as it finishes. So, say, give it a couple of hours for a race. Anyway, thank you everybody for your attendance tonight. Until Tuesday night, I'll see you then, and enjoy the rest of